I am a mind reader. To a lot of you, you've not heard that term before because it's an uncommon profession. But I essentially read minds. I get a lot of questions from people saying, can a mind be read? Think of this. If a thought is an object, can't it be moved from one person to another? Just like I would hand you something. It's the same concept. Have you seen the movie Inception? Anybody seen the movie Inception? Oh, wow. I fell asleep to the movie the first time. I loved the movie, I was just very tired. But I watched it again. And when I watched it again, I realized a couple of things that were quite amazing. They did something that was so simple. Okay, I'm going to play with your minds now in all of 10 seconds. Don't allow me to play with your mind. Watch this. Whatever you do, do not think of an elephant. Whatever you do, do not think of an elephant. What's everybody thinking of? Exactly. Our minds are deceptive. They're not as much in our control as you think. Let me give you an example. Let's start the day with a nice exercise. Put your hands out. Everybody put your hands out. Cross your hands over. Turn your hands down. And hold your hands. Okay. Move your pinky. Okay, no, yeah, right. All right, so now what you want to do is twist your hands. No? No? Not happening? What did I do? I did something, of course. My hands and my wrists are no different from yours. But I did something. I played with your minds. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do some very, very interesting psychological experiments. You're not going to believe any of them. You're going to go home and try some of them. But it's going to be fun. Now, my show and my entire experience is very interactive. So let's start with something exciting. I need one person. Well, across the show, across the hour, I'm going to take a lot of people to come up on stage. But I need one person to start with who's going to come on stage and help me with my next experiment. We have volunteers already. All right, let's get you to start with. Come up on stage. What's your name? Swanand. Hi, Swanand. I'm Mohit. Come to my office. That's your chair. How do you like my office? Cool? Do you like the view? Yeah. If someone comes on stage and says, no, I don't like the view, it's an insult to you, by the way. Take a seat. Swanand, I have a lot of stuff here I'm going to clear out for you. We're going to just keep some basic stuff. Have you ever projected your thoughts on anyone, Swanand? Have you ever walked into a room and had a feeling that you knew what was happening in that room? Or walked into a room and knew that the people in the room were in a good mood? No. Never? Never. All right. Swanand, today you're going to project thoughts. Okay. I have 3 bases. Can you guys all see me? Okay. I have 3 bases over here and I have a nail. Check the nail, Swanand. Make sure that it's a regular nail. There's no trickery, no hanky-panky in that nail. Yes? It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to put the nail back here. Now, this is where I need your help. I'm going to cover these bases. Okay? Don't worry about this one for now. I want you to know where the nail is, and I want you to move these bases around. So, in the end, we are left with something like this. 3 bases and cups on them. I'm going to turn around. Only you're going to know where the nail is. Okay? Right now, the nail is here. Make sure you know where the nail is. Yeah. All right. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to do that, Swanand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you move them a little bit apart, just for the sake of space? Do you know where the nail is? Yes. You're sure you know where the nail is? Yes. It's healed now, but I had a cut on my hand from an event I went to last week, where the guy in the audience was convinced that I already knew where the nail was. So he tried to confuse me, and I jabbed my hand. So Swanand, don't do that. Okay. This is not a trick. Yeah. The trick here is I'm going to try and read your body language. Micro-expression is the way you feel when you're thinking about something. If you're somebody sitting like this, he's thinking. You know he's thinking because he looks dazed, he's in his own world. If somebody is sitting like this, you know he's in a very good mood. It's called micro-expression. I'm going to read your micro-expression. Yeah. But you are going to not give me any visible clues. Sure. Now, I'm going to crush these cups one by one. If I'm about to crush a cup which has a nail in it, I want you to say stop, but in your mind, not allowed. If I'm going to crush a cup which has no nail, don't say anything. Let me crush the cup. Simple enough. If I don't read you correctly, Swanand, I'm going to jab my hand. Put your hand on my shoulder. Just think. Just think, stop if I'm going to crush a cup with a nail. Now the first cup is the easiest. There's a 33.3% chance. Most people don't put it on the extreme right. Are you a righty?
Yeah.
You are a righty. So most people don't put it on the extreme right because they kind of assume, it's too obvious. So typically there will be no nail here. But this is where my life gets a little bit more complicated because now I have only 2 left. You could have done 2 things, Swanand. You could have put the nail in the center because you would think you're hiding it in between. Or you could have it in the extreme left because you would think that's where I wouldn't think last. So you could have done a range of things here. Just think in your mind what you think I would have done. I think, Swanand, the nail is here. I think it's here. Don't give me any clues. I think the nail is here, so I should crush this cup, is what I think. Think, Swanand. I'm not getting any great message from you. Well done. Give Swanand a big round of applause. Swanand, hang on. We're going to try this in reverse. Swanand, this time you're going to be the mind reader, and you're going to try and read my micro-expression. This is the part I don't talk about before the volunteer comes on stage. Same rules, Swanand. Okay. I'm going to cover, I'm going to move, they're going to know, I'm going to know, you're not going to know. But, critically important, I'm not going to make a fool of you, that's very important, and I'm not going to allow you to crush the wrong cup. Alright? But I will let you make the decision based on micro-expression. I want to prove to them how that works. Okay. So hopefully you'll be able to read my micro-expression.
Yeah, sure.
Are you willing to read my micro-expression?
I'll try.
You'll try. Swanand, I want you to stand here, turn around, count to 5.